Hey, okay, they change every time I get on here. They change um how you start to record and different things like that. So good morning, good morning. Oh no, it is not good morning. It's good afternoon. It is about it's a quarter to three. But I have been lounging all day as usual. Let's not make. I'm not trying to make it sound like I don't lounge. It's 2:45 on Saturday, June 23rd, having coffee because I just got up out of bed. I was up earlier and did things with the dog and gave her medicine and did all that kind of stuff. But then I started watching, I don't know, something, and the next thing I know, this was the time it was. Um, I don't have a lot of chores to do today, so that was good. I did a lot of my chores yesterday, and tomorrow I'll do, my vacuuming and my mopping. But my neighbors are having a huge party today. They're having a huge, starting to smell some nice smells out here. My neighbors over there. They're having a graduation party for their oldest son, and so Fred and Paul and myself are going to go. um, and they usually throw a great party. Um, Angel's better. She's doing much better. I still have to take her urine sample in, but I was reading up on it, and all they do is give her a salty diet. So I'm going to try to do first is to salty up her diet for a few weeks, and then take the urine sample. It's no rush because it's not blocking anything. It's just there. And she is putting out a normal amount of pee. She's right here. I don't want her to hear that I'm discussing her lady part. But anyway, so she's back to her old lumpy, crazy self. The antibiotics they gave her for the diarrhea makes her a little sluggish, but she only has to take that for a couple more days, and I'm gonna give her some yogurt to get her intestinal tract back together, and then she should be good. She should be good. The purpose of this video today, or what I want to talk about a little bit today, is how to maintain a positive attitude. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to maintain a positive attitude because I have not mastered that yet. I am a person though, and I remember years and years ago, and I can remember exactly where I was. It was in a beauty salon on the upper east side, no, on the upper west side of Manhattan, and I was reading a magazine waiting to get my hair done, and there was an article in there about Erykah Badu. And one of the things that she said, and I'm not a Erykah Badu fan by any means. I don't know where she is now. Don't know anything about except for Bag Lady and Cole Tyrone. Even if I hope those are her songs. But I saw this quote, and I'm telling you, this had to be 15 years ago because I wasn't living here. I've been here 12 years. And it was some years before that. So it's at least 13 to 15 years ago. And the quote was, and here's the quote. I don't know the quote by heart by now but here's the gist of it. I'm going to pretend to be happy until my spirit catches up. Something to that effect. In other words, fake it till you make it. But the way she said it, and it wasn't so profound the way I just said it because I know I'm leaving something out. Put on a happy face. All these different cliches that we've been hearing. That's the only way that I know to maintain a positive attitude. Because I do find, and this is me, that if I start out grumpy, if I start out with a bad day, and I let the bad day take over, if I let the bad feelings or whatever it is, because I have anxiety. Sometimes I wake up and I feel like something's going to happen, and I don't know what it is. And I know that's just anxiety. And anxiety is just fear. Um, if I feed into it, and some days I have to feed into it because I can't pull myself out of it. It's just, I'm human. But if I let it, if I don't let it, like if I just kind of just say, you know what, I'm ignoring that, and I'm just gonna, the next thing, that I do, I'm gonna do happily, like, the next person I see, it happens to be my parents or my son or whatever, I'm like, hi, good morning, and if I keep going with that and making jokes or calling somebody that I know that I can laugh with, um, Papa and I have this little thing that we do sometimes. It's so stupid that I'm not even going to tell you. But if I call him up and we do our little stupid thing, that makes me laugh. If I, just kind of pull myself out of it, I can consistently maintain the attitude that, you know what, everything is going to be okay. Lately, I have not been consciously making the effort to pull myself out of that. And this is another thing that goes on with anything that you have to do, with weight loss, with quitting smoking. I don't know how many people still smoke out there. Um, Addictions like alcohol, I guess smoking too. I'm gonna say, even though I smoked for a lot of years and I was able to quit cold turkey, but I know people get addicted to nicotine, but I don't. I know it's a strong addiction, but I don't consider that an addiction like an addiction to food or heroin or alcohol. I don't know. That's just me. It's my personal opinion. It's not any scientific study. But it's like anything that you're addicted to. If you're addicted to procrastination, which I'm addicted to procrastination. I did something yesterday that was just really small, just a really small thing. And I'm not even gonna go into it, but it made me feel better that I did it. It was like taking a grain of sand off the Sahara. That's how small it was in the grand scheme of all the stuff that I have to do. I'm exaggerating, but it wasn't a big deal. I didn't clean my life. But it's just anything like that. You have to with a relationship. You have to make a conscious effort to maintain positivity in whatever that is. And we fall at that because our natural instinct is kind of almost to wallow in it. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why. I don't, I do it. I spent this last week. It wasn't really a great week for me in terms of my attitude. It wasn't the worst week in the world. Yes, I'm going through some stuff, but I'm not going through stuff that's catastrophic. My health is good. I have a house to live in. I'm not starving. My son is not in jail. He's not dead. My parents are alive. The dog is better. I'm in a relationship or whatever it is. What I'm saying is, it could be a lot worse. And I know that I can't stand when people say that to me. So I'm not really saying that to anybody else because whatever you're going through at the time, it's your trial. And so even though things could be a lot worse, I always say sometimes they could be better too. But my attitude about what I am and been going through and was going through last week, it just wasn't good. It wasn't conducive. It didn't help. It actually made things worse because I was feeling I let myself get into that. And I realized last night or yesterday during the day that I have to make an effort. Just like if I have to make an effort to get my big butt on that elliptical or go to the gym or whatever, I have to make a conscious effort. It's not just going to happen. For some reason in this world, bad things or bad attitudes can just happen. You don't really have to make an effort to have a bad attitude. You could just be, I don't know, it just seems easier sometimes for some people. I know some people are just wonderful and always sweet and light and good for them. I'm not one of them. I try very hard, but lately I have not been trying hard enough. So I say this is weird how this new count thing is going. I'm a little confused. But anyway, I say this because I'm gonna I'm just putting it out there. This is not a how-to. This is just an encouragement that in order for things to change, you got to change some things, and so therefore you have to look at what your problem is. And what I tend to do is I tend to look at the big picture all of the time. And this is with everything I do, good or bad. I look at the big picture. And in some cases it's good. Like I have this big 5-year plan for my education and all that, and that's good. But in some cases, I just set myself up for failure because I overwhelm myself with all of these things that I'm thinking that I have to do. So it always helps me to get back, and there's a weight loss thing, and it's like this is with anything else. Get back to basics. This is with anything. If you're going to quit anything or if you're going to change a negative behavior, back to basics. Write down what you need to do. Write down what the steps are. Take it piece by piece. So today, my goal is to just make it through the day with a positive attitude. Now, I've already failed at that this morning. Earlier today, I already failed at that, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to pick up and go on with it, because the only way that I'm going to see the end of the road, I can either have a miserable life or I can have a happy life. And I am the one that controls that destiny, just like everybody else controls anything else that they do in their life. You have a road that you can choose. You can wake up in the morning and choose to be happy, or you can wake up in the morning and choose to be miserable. Some mornings it's inevitable. You just can't pull yourself out of it. I know I suffer from a lot of anxiety and, mental, emotional turmoil things due to other, 9/11 and mostly 9/11. So I'm not upset, like nothing else. I don't have PTSD because of anything else, but I don't think about 9/11 every day, but I do find that I have a way higher anxiety level and way more thoughts than I did before. But who knows? Am I rambling? I want to stop. It's 11 minutes. So I don't have any stage, like, oh, this is what you do, this is how you do it. Just take it in pieces. It's like anything else in life. It's something that you have to work on every day. I'm going to try to start today to make a conscious effort for today to make this the best day that I can for me. Those things that are there, that are looming against me, they're still looming. They're not going anywhere. I mean, they will go somewhere, but they're not going to go anywhere, whether I lay in the bed all day and cry about it, whether I lash out at everybody that I speak to around, telling them that you don't know what I'm going through, or whether I choose to smile and be pleasant and enjoy my day. Those things are not going to change no matter what I do. So today I choose to be pleasant and enjoy my day. And on that note, I send you peace. I know I say every day, namaste. Every video I say namaste. Today, I truly wish you peace. I wish the peace from me to spread out to the peace in you. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll probably be on later to clown the party. I love you all.